even now, the media, mainstream, independent, whatever, and all of the representatives of government continue to flatten the story to be just a kind of sex abuse story or a pedophile story that, like, you know, it goes without saying that abuse rings are real, and but they're also tied up with hidden money flows, and there's so little that we know about just how Epstein even came into his money, what he was doing after he left Bear Stearns in the 80s up into the 90s is like basically a black box. And that is the era, that I was alluding to earlier when he met Trump, right? When they're moving in these circles. And I think that that's really important, that Epstein came out of this mix of finance and what Ghislaine here is alluding to, I believe, which is arms trafficking and arms trading and kind of his so-called like bounty hustle that he was in, which he had bragged about before in the press. And I think that this is the sort of, the kind of nexus that critics leave out almost every time. And that era, that like mid to late 80s era of Epstein is so key to figuring out what is kind of going on here and linking it up with some much bigger, rings, whether that is, with intelligence or other sort of parapolitical, if you want to call it, or kind of dark crime rings that exist throughout the world.